In this video, we're going to take a look at topic 5.2, properties of exponents, example 1. Now, let's go back and remember our properties of exponents. If you have the same base and you're multiplying, you add the exponents. Same base and you're dividing, you would subtract the exponents. Now here, if you're raising a power to a power, you would multiply your exponents. So now in example 1, we are given 81 raised to the 5/6 times 81 raised to the -1/3. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use these properties of exponents to simplify. So notice here we have the same base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the base. And I'm going to add the exponents. So that is a 5/6. And now it's negative. So I'm going to add a negative, which is the same as subtracting 1/3. Now here we just have to go back and use our knowledge of addition and subtraction with fractions. We need to have a common denominator here. So in order to do that, let's see, I can make this 1/3, I need a denominator of 6 here. Notice that 6 is divisible by 3. So what I'm going to do, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I'm going to multiply numerator and denominator by 2/2. Then I can have a common denominator. And again, remember, if you're multiplying by 2/2, you're multiplying by 1. So you're not changing the value at all. So I have 81 raised to the 5/6. Minus 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Let's keep simplifying. 81. 5 minus 2 is 3. And now the denominator stays 3/6. Well, I can reduce out 3/6. And I can divide numerator and denominator by 3. So that's going to give me 1/2, 81 to the 1/2 power. Let me scoot this down to the next line. We were at 81 1/2. Now let's just go ahead and convert this to radical form. I'm going to draw my radical. My base is my radicand. My index is 2. If it's a square root, I don't need to show the 2 there. And my exponent that would be here is a 1. Well, we don't need it. So the square root of 81, as we all know, is 9. Let's take a look at another. Here we have x times y raised to the 3rd divided by x raised to the 1/2, and everything is being raised to the 2/3 power. So you gotta remember PEMDAS. Think PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. That's our order of operation. So what I want to do first is the parentheses. What can I simplify here? Now notice this is division, same base. My exponent here is a 1. You don't see it, but it's there. So I'm going to rewrite this now as x raised to the 1st power, and now if I'm dividing, I subtract my exponents. 1 minus 1/2, y to the 3rd, and again I'm raising everything to the 2/3. Let me go ahead and clean this up. 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2. And now I'm going to have times y to the 3rd raised to the 2/3. So now I'm going to start applying exponents. And so I'm going to distribute this 2/3 to each of these exponents. And when I am raising a power to a power, I'm multiplying the exponents. So I have x raised to the 1/2 times 2/3 times y raised to the third power times 2/3. I'm just going to start cleaning this up. I'll move it down. Now, multiplication with fractions. You could multiply across. This would be 2/6 and then reduce, or you could cross reduce. I'm just going to cross reduce here. I have these 2's will reduce down to 1. That would end up being 2/2, which is just 1. So I am left with x raised to the 1/3. Now let's work with the y. 3 times 2/3. And again, I'm going to cross reduce. 3 over 3 is just 1. I'm left with 2. Now again, think about it this way too. If you multiply it across, 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 3 gets you the 2. Okay, so now I'm going to simplify this. This I can write as a radical. Whenever you have a rational exponent, you can move it into radical form. So I have x is my base, my index is 3, and it's being raised to the first power. I don't need to show that though. I don't need to show multiplication by, or excuse me, an exponent of 1. Y squared, well, that comes out of the radical. It does not have a rational exponent. So here's my final answer.